What if your dream car turned into a financial nightmare faster than you could make the first payment? Some of today's most popular SUVs, luxury sedans, and EVs are quietly losing tens of thousands of dollars in value every single year, and car dealers aren't about to warn you. Imagine driving off the lot in a $100,000 luxury vehicle, only to find out that in just 3 years, it's worth less than a base model Camry. That's not normal depreciation, that's financial freefall, and it's happening right now. In this video, we're exposing the 10 cars that'll be nearly worthless by 2026. Vehicles that looked like smart buys on paper, but are turning into resale disasters. From overhyped electric flagships to gas-guzzling luxury SUVs, these cars prove that price and prestige don't always equal lasting value. Stay tuned till the end, because the final car on this list isn't some obscure model. It's a luxury EV that was supposed to represent the future of driving, but today, it's collapsing in value faster than any car on the road. 1. Land Rover Range Rover Sport and Discovery. If there's one badge that perfectly sums up luxury gone wrong, it's Land Rover. The Range Rover Sport and Discovery look like $1 million, but they age like spoiled milk. These SUVs promise British elegance, world-class off-road ability, and that unmistakable status symbol presence. But behind the leather and chrome lies a financial trap that's burned thousands of owners. Let's start with the numbers. Land Rover's maintenance costs are nearly double the industry average, second only to Bentley. Over 10 years, expect to spend around $18,000 just to keep it running, and that's before the big stuff breaks. And trust me, it will break. The air suspension system is the biggest villain here. When it's new, it delivers that magic carpet ride, but after 6 to 10 years, it turns into a wallet-destroying nightmare. One blown air strut or compressor can cost thousands, and when one corner fails, the others usually follow. It's a domino effect of repairs that can quickly exceed the vehicle's total value. Then there's the timing chain issue, a repair that can reach a staggering $20,000 on certain models. Yes, 20 grand to fix a chain. Combine that with a steady stream of electrical problems, from dead infotainment systems to mysterious warning lights, and you're looking at a luxury SUV that spends more time in the shop than on the road. Mechanics often joke that owning a Land Rover means you also need a second car to drive while it's being repaired. And it's not really a joke. Between computer failures, engine leaks, and suspension gremlins, these vehicles lose value faster than you can schedule your next service. The Range Rover Sport and Discovery look regal, but by 2026, most used examples will be worth less than their last repair bill. They're proof that not all luxury ages gracefully. Some just collapse under their own complexity. 2. Cadillac Escalade. Few vehicles shout American luxury louder than the Cadillac Escalade, but in 2026, that shout turns into a whisper of regret. This SUV might look like success on wheels, but financially, it's a ticking time bomb waiting to detonate right under your wallet. Let's start with what most dealers won't tell you. The 2022 Escalade has already lost nearly 39% of its value in just 3 years. That's tens of thousands of dollars evaporating while the odometer barely breaks in. Newer 2023 models are holding up slightly better, but that's cold comfort when you realize how fast older ones sank in resale charts. The Escalade's depreciation isn't just about age, it's tied directly to reliability and repair complexity. Under the hood, that mighty 6.2-liter V8 hides a dark side. Owners report excessive oil consumption and timing chain wear that can show up before 50,000 miles. Problems that should never plague a 6-figure luxury SUV. When that timing chain stretches or tensioners fail, you're staring down a repair bill that ranges from $3,000 to $5,000 and sometimes more. Ignore it, and you're talking catastrophic engine damage. But the trouble doesn't stop at the engine. The Escalade's advanced magnetic ride control suspension is smooth and sharp when it works, but its sensors and actuators fail far too often, turning luxury comfort into a clunky, expensive headache. Then there's the CUE infotainment system, notorious for freezing, glitching, or going completely dark. Fixing it often means replacing the entire head unit, easily costing over $1,000. Add in electrical issues, transmission complaints, and maintenance costs averaging $1,100 per year, and you've got one of the most expensive ownership experiences in its class. The 10-year cost easily pushes $15,000, not counting the unexpected breakdowns. By 2026, the Escalade's reputation for status won't save it from financial reality. Once depreciation, maintenance, and reliability collide, this symbol of luxury becomes a liability on wheels. Beautiful, powerful, but painfully expensive to keep. 3. Dodge Durango. The Dodge Durango might look like a tough 3-row SUV built for family road trips and weekend hauls, but under the hood, it's a slow-motion financial disaster. By 2026, many Durangos on the used market will be flirting with worthless territory. Not because they aren't powerful or comfortable, but because they've become infamous for reliability issues and brutal depreciation. Let's talk numbers first. The Durango retains just 35.3% of its value after 5 years, meaning you lose nearly 2/3 of what you paid before you even hit 60,000 miles. The average 5-year cost of ownership runs between $60,000 and $80,000, with over $30,000 of that being pure depreciation. That's not just bad, it's catastrophic for a non-luxury SUV, and the mechanical track record doesn't help. Older models, especially around 2011, suffered from a notorious component called the Totally Integrated Power Module, TIPM, basically the SUV's electrical brain. When this fails, everything from your fuel pump to your ignition system can go haywire. Some owners even reported engines shutting off at highway speeds, leaving them stranded in traffic. Dodge claimed to fix it, but multiple model years showed similar failures afterward. The engine stalling and transmission slipping problems have also haunted the Durango lineup for years. Imagine shifting gears only to feel the vehicle hesitate or jerk violently, a symptom owners know all too well. Full transmission replacements can cost $4,000 to $6,000, and that's on a vehicle already losing resale value by the day. Even the suspension system, supposedly rugged, has earned complaints of failing components and sudden breakdowns. Some owners report hearing clunks before discovering near total suspension failure. Not exactly confidence-inspiring, with electrical gremlins, drivetrain problems, and resale collapse all working against it. The Durango has become a classic case of looks good, ages bad. By 2026, most used models will be sitting on lots with price tags that tell you everything you need to know. Buyers just aren't taking the risk anymore. 4. Infiniti QX60. At first glance, the Infiniti QX60 looks like the ideal luxury family SUV. Sleek design, premium badge, and a cabin that feels upscale without being flashy. But behind the fancy badge lies one of the most frustrating ownership experiences in the midsize luxury SUV segment. Let's start with the heart of the problem, that infamous CVT transmission. Nissan and Infiniti used this gearbox in hopes of improving fuel economy, but what owners got instead were jerky shifts, laggy response, and frequent failures. It's the kind of issue that makes even simple highway merging feel unpredictable. Many QX60 owners have faced premature transmission replacements costing upwards of $4,000 to $6,000, sometimes before hitting 80,000 miles. Then there's the reliability story. JD Power and Consumer Reports consistently rate the QX60 below average for dependability, citing issues with powertrain durability, electrical systems, and interior rattles that develop early in ownership. The plush leather might look great in the showroom, but those repair bills quickly kill the affordable luxury dream. Even the ride, supposedly one of its highlights, feels unsettled at times. The soft suspension that promises comfort ends up translating into body roll and poor handling on uneven pavement. And while the third row seats are usable, they eat into cargo space, leaving less practicality than rivals like the Acura MDX or Lexus RX. So, while the QX60 might tempt you with a lower entry price and sharp looks, the hidden costs tell another story. Between the transmission nightmares, disappointing resale value, and repair headaches, it's one of those SUVs that proves luxury badges don't always equal long-term quality. 5. Tesla Model X. Few SUVs can turn heads like the Tesla Model X. With its falcon wing doors, blistering acceleration, and futuristic tech, it feels like something straight out of a science fiction movie. But living with one? That's where reality hits hard. Let's start with those dramatic doors. They're a spectacle, sure, but also a service department's favorite guest. Owners report sensors failing, hinges jamming, and motors struggling to open in tight spaces. Tesla's own forums are filled with stories of people stuck in parking lots, waiting for doors that just won't cooperate. Then comes the reliability factor. The Model X consistently ranks near the bottom of Consumer Reports and JD Power dependability studies. Common issues include suspension failures, misaligned panels, touchscreen glitches, and premature battery or motor replacements. Repairing any of that isn't cheap either, especially since Tesla's service centers are limited and parts availability can mean long wait times. Range anxiety adds to the headache. While the Model X can hit over 300 330 miles on a full charge under ideal conditions, real-world numbers, especially in cold weather or at highway speeds, tend to dip significantly. Combine that with charging station queues and long top-up times, and that futuristic convenience starts to feel less practical. And let's not forget depreciation. Early Model X buyers have seen their SUVs lose up to 50% of their value in just 5 years, largely due to fast EV tech turnover and Tesla's constant price adjustments. So while the Model X may deliver jaw-dropping speed and tech no one else dared to attempt, it also delivers frustration in equal measure. It's an SUV that dazzles the eyes but tests the patience. Proof that innovation without consistency can quickly become a very expensive experiment. 6. Maserati Ghibli. The Maserati Ghibli looks every bit the part of an Italian dream. Low-slung body, trident badge, and that seductive exhaust note that turns heads on every block. But behind the exotic design and luxury branding hides one harsh truth. The Ghibli is shaping up to be one of the fastest depreciating luxury sedans on the market. The problem starts with perception. Buyers expect a Maserati to deliver Ferrari-level excitement and build quality. What they often get instead is a Chrysler-based platform with inconsistent reliability and sky-high maintenance costs. Many Ghibli owners report issues with the infotainment system, electrical faults, and premature wear on suspension components. Problems that cost thousands to fix once the warranty expires. And here's the killer: depreciation. According to IC Cars, the Ghibli loses over 55% of its value in just 5 years, one of the worst rates in the entire luxury segment. That means a $90,000 Ghibli can be worth barely $40,000 halfway through its life, and even less if it's out of warranty. Part of that drop comes from limited brand trust. Unlike Mercedes or BMW, Maserati doesn't have a strong reputation for long-term dependability or affordable service. Used buyers hesitate, knowing parts are expensive and dealerships are few. Combine that with mediocre resale demand, and you have the perfect recipe for a car that looks rich but ages poor. So while the Ghibli might impress your neighbors with its style and soundtrack, it's the kind of luxury that burns fast and fades faster. In 2026, this Italian beauty is expected to be sitting on used lots with massive discounts, proof that sometimes passion and practicality don't mix. 8. Audi e-tron. When the Audi e-tron first arrived, it was hailed as the beginning of a new era. A luxury electric SUV that blended German refinement with zero-emission performance. It looked sleek, felt premium, and carried that Audi confidence. But just a few short years later, the e-tron has become one of the most rapidly depreciating EVs in its class, and 2026 isn't looking any kinder. Let's start with the numbers. According to market analysts, the e-tron loses around 65% of its value within 5 years, even faster than some Teslas. Why? Range, efficiency, and technology. 3 pillars where this SUV falls short compared to newer rivals. Its estimated 222-mile EPA range was decent in 2019, but by 2026 standards, it's simply outdated. EV shoppers are now expecting 300 miles or more, leaving older e-trons gathering dust on used lots. Then there's the performance to cost gap. Despite its hefty price tag when new, often well over $75,000, the e-tron struggles to stand out against models like the BMW iX or Tesla Model Y in both speed and range. Maintenance costs for aging battery systems and complex electronics only make things worse, especially after warranties expire. Even the interior tech, once cutting edge, feels clunky today. Dual screens, touch haptics, and laggy response times have turned what was once futuristic into something frustrating. And since battery degradation directly impacts resale value, used buyers tread carefully or walk away altogether. The result? A luxury EV that's become an expensive reminder of how quickly electric technology moves. The e-tron may have been a pioneer, but by 2026, it's shaping up to be one of those nice try vehicles that paved the way for better cars, while losing its own worth in the process. 9. BMW 7 Series. The BMW 7 Series has always been about power, prestige, and technology. A car built to rival the Mercedes S-Class while offering that signature ultimate driving machine DNA. But lately, it's earned another reputation, one of the fastest depreciating luxury sedans on the road, and by 2026, it's expected to lose even more ground. Let's start with the harsh math. The 7 Series loses an average of 65% of its value within 5 years, according to IC Cars and CarEdge data. A shocking figure for a flagship that can cost well over $120,000 brand new. Why such a steep drop? Because these cars are loaded with complex tech that ages poorly and costs a fortune to maintain once the warranty expires. From failing air suspensions to temperamental iDrive systems and electrical gremlins that light up the dash like a Christmas tree, repairs on an aging 7 Series can easily stretch into the thousands. Even something as simple as replacing adaptive headlights can run upwards of $2,000. And let's not forget the image factor. Unlike the timeless appeal of an S-Class or the cachet of an Audi A8, used 7 Series models are often viewed as risky purchases. Too many gadgets, too much depreciation, and too few buyers willing to gamble. Combine that with the growing popularity of electric luxury sedans, and older gas-powered 7 Series models are quickly losing their audience. So while it still drives beautifully and looks every bit the executive cruiser, the 7 Series has become a cautionary tale. Proof that top-tier engineering doesn't guarantee long-term value. In 2026, many of these once six-figure BMWs will be sitting in used car lots for the price of a new Honda Accord, looking for a buyer brave enough to take on the bills. 10. Mercedes-Benz EQS. Taking the top spot is a car that was supposed to redefine luxury for the electric age, but instead it's redefining depreciation. The Mercedes-Benz EQS might be the most technologically advanced luxury sedan Mercedes has ever built, yet it's also on track to become one of the most financially catastrophic purchases you can make by 2026. Let's look at the numbers. A 3-year-old EQS has already dropped from an MSRP of $116,000 to just around $45,000, according to recent market data. That's a loss of over 60% in value, or roughly $23,000 per year evaporating from your investment. You could literally lease a new luxury SUV every year for that kind of money. The problem isn't build quality, it's technology turnover. Mercedes packed the EQS with futuristic systems, the 56-inch hyperscreen, multi-motor drivetrains, and advanced software integration. But here's the catch. When technology moves this fast, what's cutting edge today looks outdated tomorrow, and that's exactly what's happening. The once hyped hyperscreen stretching across the dashboard now feels more gimmicky than groundbreaking compared to newer EVs that emphasize minimalist design and functionality. Meanwhile, newer models from BMW, Lucid, and Tesla are outpacing the EQS in range, charging speeds, and efficiency. Early EQS owners have also faced frustrating reliability issues. From charging system glitches and infotainment bugs to air suspension malfunctions, these aren't simple fixes. They're dealer-only repairs that can easily cost thousands. Even minor electrical problems can require module replacements instead of traditional repairs, making out-of-warranty ownership a nightmare. So while the EQS still offers incredible comfort, silence, and craftsmanship, it's trapped in a perfect storm. Rapid EV evolution, expensive tech, and collapsing resale values. By 2026, these six-figure sedans will likely be sitting in used car lots, tempting buyers with luxury at a dangerous discount. Proof that not all futuristic cars hold their future value. So there you have it, 10 cars that looked like status symbols when they rolled off the lot, but are now sinking faster than a stone in a lake. These vehicles prove one brutal truth about the modern car market. Technology fades, trends die, and hype never holds value. But here's the good news. Not every car is a financial time bomb. Some are built to last, not just to impress. If you want to see the other side of this story, check out our video on 15 cars that seniors can buy without hesitation in 2025. It's packed with the most reliable, comfortable, and easy-to-own vehicles that'll actually hold their value and your peace of mind. You'll find the link on your screen right now. And remember, whether you're shopping new or used, knowledge beats marketing every time. This is Automotive. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.